And it's another review from yours truly, Marcus G-Force, and do I have a special item to review or what? Red Sonja by Phicen in all her silicone glory. But being that this figure has been out for a few months or so, I'll try to keep it somewhat brief. And as you can see, the box looks pretty darn awesome. And here's just some plastic that protected the box and made it look nice and shiny. And as you can see, her face looks like it means business. And the way they made her look on the box on a whole simply looks fantastic. And very quickly, the box itself is quite sturdy with very good quality put into it. And here's what the side of the box looks like with Red Sonja wearing her fur hoodie. Very, very nice. And quickly, let's take a quick gander at the back of the box, where you get more of the figure posed look at the back of the box there. And taking a closer look, we see some legendary historical writing about the she-devil herself. However, I'm not going to read all of that. If you'd like to read all that folklore about Red Sonja, you're more than welcome to do so. You can even pause the video if you'd like. So yeah, all in all, the box is awesome. I was really impressed as soon as I saw the box. Speaking of boxes, so far you've seen the protective cardboard box that it came in. Then the actual box itself, which is that right there. Or was it? Because ta-da! When you slide the artwork cover, you finally get to the actual box itself with the Red Sonja writing on the box. And underneath it says Phicen. So let's finally open the actual box itself. And as you can see, there is a protectant foam layer over the figure itself, which is really nice that they did that. And on the inner flap, right there, it says, note, underneath there is a second tier of accessories. But for now, let's take a quick gander what's underneath the first tier. We obviously see a fair amount of pieces. For example, let's start at the far bottom right. We see her dagger and its sheath. We also see her massive axe there. We see her notorious sword and its sheath as well. We see a lot of hand options actually. And we obviously see her seamless body and her head, of course. Which is quite important if you ask me, but for now, surprise, surprise, we have a second layer. And here we have what looks to be her shoulder armor of sorts. Put it back in there. A nice looking shield with what looks to be a phoenix on the shield. I think that's a phoenix if I'm not mistaken. We see a cloak with a hoodie. Then we've got leg bands and arm bands and a money pouch. And finally, those would be her knee pads there, should you choose to use them. All in all, I was quite impressed how they layered this box and the quality of the box and just the way it was done. It was just absolutely fantastic. And finally, onto the figure itself, with her head attached, with no other accessories on her. However, as you can see, she already had her hunter, or I guess we can call it her huntress type boots on right there and right there. And there's also the original hands and gloves that she came with right there. And you can also use her other hands that she came with too. And here we have, how do I say this delicately, but her chainmail-esque bikini covering her nether region. And the same goes for her chainmail top and or bra area. Another way of putting it delicately. This is my first Phicen figure. And I only got it because I am a fan of Red Sonja and was blown away when I saw the figure. But also, what totally blew me away also was the silicone over metal endoskeleton technology that Phicen uses. It feels freakishly real. I mean, it's crazy insane how it feels. Well, I mean, sort of. Thanks to the female anatomy, I can demonstrate by squeezing her bust area as an example right there. As you can see, it's quite nuts. It's just crazy technology that they use. But unlike most reviewers, I will not show her topless or naked. If you want to see that, you can check out some of the other reviewers. Not to mention, taking the chainmail off is actually a royal pain as well. But I think by squeezing her bust area, you saw how crazy cool that material is that Phicen created. For now, give me a sec while I quickly put her cape, hoodie, and some accessories on, and maybe change up the platform a tad for better viewing. Not to mention, I think the lighting's a bit off. Be right back, guys. And I'm back, and man oh man does she ever look tough and badass, while equally emitting a vibrant beauty about her. Although I prefer her without the knee pads that she came with. You know what, give me 1 second. I'll just bring those out just for a second. There they are. I find her wearing both the knee pads and the thigh cuffs a little too much, so I decided to just put on the thigh cuffs and leave it at that. And you know what, let's start with her sword. Looking really nice. You'd almost think it's real steel or metal, but it's just plastic, but done very nicely with splendid detail to it. I mean, look at that. Just perfect. Perfect for Red Sonja, at least, that's for sure. Really nice. What should I go and review next? You know what, let's just quickly, very quickly, take a gander at the obvious, her shield. If I'm not mistaken, the artwork on the shield is a phoenix, or a fiery phoenix at that. And the feeling in your hand is really cool, really tough almost, for a collectible. Really nice. And you know what? Hidden in her boot, I added some insurance, because it is Red Sonja. That insurance is a dagger. Looking really good. And there's the other side. Hilt there. The blade part. Just overall, the dagger looks really nice. And back it goes. And eventually, I'm gonna pose the shield back the way it was. You can pose your figure, all your accessories how you want, your figure how you want. She's very flexible, by the way. I just like the shield that way for now, at least for the review. And for now, let's zoom in on the huntress looking boots on her. And they look perfect. And scrolling up, her thigh cuffs look really cool. They almost look like a blend of medieval mixed with classical designs to them. And the chainmail covering her bikini area looks really realistic too. And as you can see, she has a money purse, which looks really cool. Everything matches actually. The sword, the money purse, the belt. It's just unbelievable. The chainmail covering her top area looks quite detailed too, in more ways than one. The shoulder armor connected by the metal looking neck piece looks really great. The arm bracelets are nicely detailed as well. I gotta say, I love the stock braided hair they gave her on the one side of her hair. And the bright red hair in general just looks so vibrant and totally suits this Red Sonja piece. Just awesome. The elongated haft of the axe looks pretty damn badass. And you know what? Let's go scroll to the back of the axe. The actual main head part of the axe looks incredible. I mean, look at that thing. Really badass. This axe is really not for the faint-hearted. Well, for toy standards at least. Here's another look of the haft. Looking splendid. Overall, I mean, this figure looks spectacular. Her face kind of reminds me of Red Sonja during her early adult years, the way Phicen at least presents that face, rather than her more seasoned years or appearances. And lastly, let's take a quick look at her cloak. Not much to say except that it's brown and has a nice suede-ish texture to it and does exactly what it's supposed to do. And because of the cloak, I couldn't show you her backside, so there you have it. Gawk all you want, but on a more serious note, at least they made her look quite athletic and lean, which kind of makes sense for the likes of Red Sonja. And yeah, at least the chainmail is barely covering her behind there, but alas, the cloak helps there somewhat as well. But yeah, overall, she looks great. You can have the cloak on, you can have it off. It's totally up to you. Here's a better look at her vibrant hair and her axe at the same time. I mean, otherwise, overall, I do love this figure, and being that there aren't too many Red Sonja figures out there, I'd highly recommend in picking her up. And that's that for now. Until next time, if you like this review, please sub. This has been Marcus G-Force on Z2H. Peace out, Geekazoids.